Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is Sunday, May 11th. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And this is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report newsletter and this YouTube channel. As always, we want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with our newsletter subscribers, if you will. So let's first get into the auto trades here. Okay, it's going really well. You can see here's the auto trades. There's the landing page, and you can see here the results. We're doing pretty well right here in the 3-month. We haven't been in that long to be rated in the 1 year yet, but it's going good, going well, should I say. And let me just show you guys how that works. I'll get down here to the end. I'll go through all this a little bit later. But here's the auto trades, how it works. Okay, we have actual gains and losses, actual trades. Okay, you open an account with Striker Securities. They are a futures broker. I'm not. I give my trades to them, and they trade my trades with you in your account, or to you, or whatever. They trade your account, which you open with them. Okay, developer is me. Trading system, I use the Fibonacci Elliott Waves and triggers and targets. That's my trading system. Incorporate all those together. By the way, it's important to have a trading system and have the discipline to stay with it. And more importantly is a money management system. I think 80% of accounts go to zero, mostly because you don't have a money management system. Okay, I use the Ryan Jones fixed ratio money management system. It limits the risk to 5% and builds on the gains, okay? And that's the contact information there. William Galwis with his email and phone number, okay? So let's get this back up to where it was, because we'll go through that later. And let's look at the US 10-year. Love the US 10-year. Love trading it. Love analyzing it. Love being accurate with it, okay? This is a 1 up from the year 2020 low, 2 down in Roman numerals. Wave 3 is, let me get this into a full page here. Let's see if I can do that and do that. There we go. Now we have a little bit more room to operate, try to get rid of these overlaps. Okay, we have a 1 in circle, up, 1 of 3 in Roman numerals. Then we have a 2 down with a circle. Okay, and then we have the third wave up in a circle, which has begun with a 1 in parentheses, up, 2 down in parentheses, and now we're in wave 1 of 3 in parentheses, of 3 in a circle, and of 3 in a Roman numeral. Okay, so always we ask ourselves, whenever we make a trade or whenever we make a chart, where is it wrong? Okay, well, let's go from the bottom up on this, okay? Let's go with this wave 1 up. This is wave 2 down. Okay, where is it wrong? This 2 cannot go below this 2. Or in other words, this 2 cannot retrace more than 100% of wave 1. Okay, so where is it wrong? This is wrong if it goes below, what was the actual here? 3.860. Okay, where is it right? Wave 3 up is in play when it goes above the wave 1 high of 4.590. Wave 3 equals wave 1 at 4.854%. Okay, so we know to the, in this case, 1/1000th of 1 percentage point where it's right and where it's wrong. Okay, on the bigger picture, this 1 up in parentheses, 2 down, this cannot go below this wave 2 with a circle low. That's where it's wrong. Where is it confirmed? When it goes above this wave 1 with a parentheses. And wave 3 in parentheses equals wave 1 at 5.044%. And that's the minimum. These are both minimums. Third waves usually go a 1.618. And I think we have those up there. Let me just scroll. Yeah, we have 3 at 5.367 and the 1.618 at 5.776. Okay, but first things first, and that would be the trigger right there above that wave 1 with a circle high. We got to see this move above the 4.590% first, okay? breaks below here, we're wrong, and then we're looking at what is this, okay? But one value at a time, if you will, okay? Let's get out of this, and let's get out of this full screen, and let's go to PLTR. Sorry about that delay. Okay, here's PLTR. Seems to be all over the news, so why not cover it with our analyzation here? Okay, this is going all the way back to January 23 of 6.22. We have in red 5 waves up, which was a high on February 19th at 125.41. We had a correction here, which took it right to the 50% correction at 65.82. A little Fibonacci perfection there for you. Okay, this is a daily chart, and for the wave count from here on up, we may just get down to an hourly. Let's see if I've got that same. Yes, I do. Okay, and this also has the after hours on there. Let's get this a full screen, and let's make this an even bigger full screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, so from that low, which was a near exact hit on a 50% retracement, we have a 1 up, a 2 down, a 3 up, and a 4 down. All right, this 4 hit on the 618 retracement right near 105.44, and then we're looking for a wave 5 up, and the wave 5 up is in play with a move above the wave 3 high at 125.26. And where is it wrong? This 4 should not go below this wave 1 high, and it should be right there at, let me hover over that, 197.97. Okay, I'm sorry, is it 97.97? Yeah, 197 is way up here. Okay, and that's where is it right? 5 gains equality with wave 1 at 137.90. However, at a minimum, wave 5's job is to move above the wave 3 high. Ideally, in the Fibonacci perfect world, wave 5 equals wave 1, but it's not a requirement, okay? So that's PLTR. Let's get out of these full screens here. Let's get out there, and let's go to gold. Have a look at gold. Well, we have, but let's just, gold's fun to look at, right? Because it's so unbelievably moving up. Okay, let's see. We might have to get into a, it's parabolic was the word I was looking for. Let's look at a daily chart of gold here. See if we can, there we go, get this all in perspective. This goes all the way back to 2015, but we won't worry about all that. We have a lot of direct hits, a lot of triggers and targets along the way. But I messed that up. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, let's look at this last 5th wave up. There was our trigger, the wave 3. There was 4. 5 is in play. Okay, and it's 5 of 5, so it's pretty big wave count, at least 2 degrees of trend. But let's knock this down to an hourly now that we got that bigger picture done. Okay, let's see here. Let's do it here. We can look at this from wave 4. We've got a wave 5 up here. It hit 3,512 cents on 422. Here are the retracement targets of that 5th wave. Could be retracing more than that. Okay, and let's move these guys out of the way here. There we go. We'll move this over here just so it lines up. Okay, we've got an A down and a B up, and we're going to look for a C down. The 382 retrace of just the most recent 5 wave rise from the November 24 low. 382 is 31.32 and 16 cents. 50% is 30.18 and 50 cents, and the 618 is 2904.84. Okay, so wave 5 up to even higher all-time highs comes with a move above the previous all-time high at 3,512, and we'll see how this breaks down. It could be an A, B, C. Okay, we'll put that in there for you guys real quick. Let me get that in here. Okay, we're here, and we've got an A down, a B up, and a C down. And while we're here live, let's see if we can get Let's put a magnet on that. Let's see if we can get a Fibonacci extension from A to B and see where C should be. Okay, let's see if we can get up there. I think that's off a little bit, and that's off a little bit, and that's off a little bit. Bear with me here while I raise our scope, if you will. Make it easier to get on there. Stubborn, eh? Okay, I may have to widen that out even more. Come on, kids. Let's get that up there to the B. Okay, we'll widen it out more. Make it easier to hit. All right. Not like live analysis. That's pretty darn close. We like to be to the penny. Okay. So that's A, that's B. C equals A here at, let's take the magnet off. C equals A here at 131.44 and 89 cents, and the 382 is right nearby at 31.32 and 16 cents. Okay, so that's where we're looking at there. There's 1618 at 29.63, which is between the 50% retracement and the 618 retracement. Okay, so the bullish count gains momentum with a move above the all-time high at 3,500. The bearish count, this low is taken out, then it should go down here. Okay, should meet where these two lines are between 31.32 and 31.44 in some odd cents. All right, let's go back to the, or not back to, let's visit the S&P 500 and the cash market here. And let's get to a full screen. Got a couple different counts on here. There's a black count and a purple count. Okay, and both are in play until one's eliminated. Okay, the purple count is more bullish. It calls this move up here from the triangle. This was the pandemic low. This was the expanding triangle, wave 4. Okay, the purple count has a 1 here. Let's see if I can, okay, there we go. A 2 down here, and this was a 3. Okay, this 4 should stay above this wave 1 high, which is 48.18. I got it circled in red. It says key support. So far that low is 48.35. So it's 17 points above what I call make or break, or where is it wrong? This 4 is wrong when it goes below this wave 1 high of 48.18. So far so good. That's quite a candle for you guys who like candlesticks, and quite a bar for the old time folks who like the bars like me. Okay, in this wave 3 in purple in parentheses gained equality with 1 at 61.18, and the high so far is 61.47. If this is the bottom of 4, then wave 5 equals 1 at 74.61. That's the bullish count. So far it's in play. It's eliminated with a move below 48.18, and then the bearish count comes in, which labels this, it's in black, that labels this as wave 5, A down, B up, expanded flat, where B goes above the start of A, which is 48.18, and C goes below the low of A, which is 34.91. So we get a move below that 48.18. Look for this to play out. Okay, still a long way to go up here to go above the all-time high, but it's really tight here. But the market's kind of in between right now, a little closer to the bullish wave count. Okay, let's get out of that. We did the S&P. Let's go daily. Let's look at that. This was the monthly, and here is the daily, and all kinds of Fibonacci turn date direct hits over there, but we'll save that for another time. Okay, we've got a 1 down in black, which was a downside trigger, a 2 up in black, okay, and then another 1 down and 2 up. There's a couple open gaps still there below, okay, that need to be closed, but this 2, okay, where is it wrong? It shouldn't go above this 2, okay, because it shouldn't retrace more than this 1 right here, 1 down. So the high so far is 5,770 cents. It's proven wrong at 5786.95. Okay, here we go. And then the I don't have that label. I think I have it on the ES. I'll go with that. We've got at least 3 degrees of trend. Where is this right? Well, it should close this gap, should close this gap, should go below this wave below. And wave 3 right here is right when it goes below the wave 1 low. So those wave 3 targets here are 47.48 and 41.60. And then the wave 3 on the bigger wave count, wave 1 in parentheses, wave 2 up in parentheses, wave 3, 47.48 and 41.04. Interesting, 47.48 twice. Okay, so that's the S&P on a daily. Let's look at the 10-minute. That's the hourly. That's the 10-minute. Okay, here you can see we have 5 waves up, and it appears to be 5 waves down. Okay, let's get out of here. Whenever you see 5 waves in one direction, followed by 5 waves in another direction, that's a change in trend. Okay, unless this is labeled wrong somewhere, we've got a change in trend right here at that May 25 high on a short term. This is 10-minute chart. Okay, so the red are the retracement levels if this is a correction, and you can see it went below the 50% and above the 618, and this looks like a sideways chop. So this would be, let me make this get this over here. These 5 waves down will be a larger wave 1. I'll put it there, and this would be, let me get this, let me just clone this, make it easier. Clone it and change it to a 2. There we go. And let's just see for interest's sake, let's see what that 2 should be. Let's put a magnet on that. There we go. There's 1. There's 2. It's sitting right on the 382 within a dollar, less than a dollar, a few cents. Yeah, it's $1.37 to be exact. There's the 50% up there at 56.82. 618 at 56.91. This is very short term, something that we do in our monthly subscription. Okay, where is this 2 wrong? Can't go above there. Can't retrace more than 100% of 1, which is right here. So that's a very short term on the S&P cash index. I want to get into the ES, see if we've got the daily here. Here we go. A lot going on here. Let's make this a full screen. Let's do that even more. There we go. Okay, from the all-time high, let's look at the black count. We got a 1 down, a 2 up, another 1 down, another 2 up. Okay, where is this 2 wrong? Again, it can't go above this 2 high. It can't wipe out more than 100% of 1. So we know exactly where it's wrong, 58.37.25. But even if that is broken, this 2 here still is in play. It would mean that'd be a higher 2. So that 2 is broken when it goes above the all-time high. Okay, we've got an ABC up here. C equals A at 58.24. Okay, and then we've got this 1 down, 2 up. Here's our 3 targets right there. There we go. We got more room. Okay, this wave 3, 1 down here, 2 up here. Okay, to that 57.41 on the 8th, was just a couple trading days ago. All right, 3 equals 1 at 47.20 and a quarter, and it equals 1.618 at 40.99. On the bigger picture, okay, we have this 1 down in parentheses, 2 up. Wave 3 equals 1 at 47.73, which is right here, right below that wave 1 of a smaller degree of trend. And the 1.618 is 41.1650. The alternate count shows this as an A down, B up, C down, correction complete. 1 up, 2 down, and then wave 3 gains equality with 1 at 58.24. Okay, that's still in play. This gap has been closed. It's unusual for the futures to leave gaps open for a long time, but this one is open here and this one is open here. If 3 of 3 down is in play, that would be 3 of this level and 3 of this level, then these gaps will get closed and this B wave low will get wiped out or surpassed to the downside, and this wave 1 low will be surpassed to the downside. Okay, and of course, believe it or not, we have another alternate count in purple. This calls this as an ABC or 1 or A, depending, and 2 are B up. Okay, it's a little bit longer term count, a larger degree of trend, but we'll see how that plays out. We always keep our subscribers open to everything, so they're not whipsawed, they're not taken by surprise. All right, we got all the options on the table. The market always reveals itself. Okay, so sometimes you got to have patience, or depending on how you trade, you might want to take a risk one side or the other. But we have all of the scenarios, possible scenarios, on the table on this chart. Okay, that's the ES on a daily. Let's look at the 10-minute on the ES. There's the 10-minute, and we put this out in a previous report to our newsletter subscribers. Let me get this in more full screen mode. Okay, this not necessarily is to represent the wave count, but to represent how resistance turns into support. Okay, resistance down, resistance, big down, resistance, another big down, resistance, and it went through resistance. So resistance becomes support. So here's the support, the red line. Hit just below it, but still basically support. Here's where it hits right here, and it's right on that target at 56.39. That's going to change as it goes out into the future. Let me take that magnet off. Gosh darn it. Here we go. Let's get that back, and let's extend that out into the future. Let's get that on there, on those highs. There we go. You can see that still gets into there. That's what, Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern. So we'll see how this plays out. And even this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from this B wave high, ABC. This is a bullish wave count with an ABC correction. That's 5 waves up for 1. And this ABC will make wave 2. Okay, so we'll see how that plays out. But I think I got that on, yeah, that's on the 10-minute. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we don't want to get any smaller than that, or do we? Let's look at do we have the 1 minute here? Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff on there. Let's leave that at the 10-minute. I want to show you guys our most recent report. Okay, this was from Friday. That's all the stuff with triggers and targets, our auto trades with Striker Securities. There's the information there. There's our most recent results through Friday. Okay, sitting there at number 5. Want to keep getting there and getting up to number 1. That's for the past 3-month period. There's a chart I just showed you guys. Wave 2 down right here. There's wave 2. We're looking at that. And then on the short term, looking to get long because we got 5 up and 3 down, then at least 5 more up. This would be the 3 down, the ABC. Okay, moving on. Resistance becomes support. We go. Oh, our turn dates here. We've got a July 28th here. We have a June 7th there, and we have another July 20th. That is very unusual to have 2 different Fibonacci time spirals that have been pretty much hitting. This one, yeah, slippage of 8 days. That's a Fibonacci number, but you can see the slippage is getting larger here. But it's unusual to have these Fibonacci turn dates starting from different dates end up with the same date. This one is 377 days, and this one down here is 233. So we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, we've got a June 7th turn date coming up. Okay, that's the next one chronologically in the sequence, which is basically a month away. Okay, there's the steps needed to see a change in trend. We got all these at 1 degree. Now we need to see them at a higher degree of trend. Okay, there's the triggers and targets. I took you guys through this already, how to do that. I think that's pretty much it. Let's get to back to that chart up here as we scroll. Yeah, you know, we like doing the 10-minute and 1 minute on the monthly subscription to the newsletter. We get down to the smaller degree of trend, if you will. Okay, so that's that there, and let's leave it with that. Okay, and until next time, take care, everyone.